Welcome back to TechnoSage YouTube channel. So first of all, for today, Steam essentially does its review of the hardware, and yeah, Steam has come out again, and in their hardware survey, most of the game, most of the users of Steam have 30 RTX 3060, like it comprises of 7% of the total player base in March, while RTX 4060 is having 2.59%. So clearly, Nvidia is leading it in this segment, and the most popular card is RTX 3060, which is weird to see because RTX 3060 was launched. It's a one generation old card, so yeah, and it is still 8 GB model. So yeah, it's a pretty weird thing to see because now most of the games require more than 8 GB of VRAM. So yeah, if you're RTX 3060, yeah. Next up, we have some news regarding ROCm, and AMD is making ROCm open source and will include software stack and hardware documentation, which is a nice thing to see. AMD always does this, that whatever new technology that comes out, they eventually make it open source, which is a nice thing to see. But at the same time, AMD's technology is not that matured, so it's both of these games. That's why AMD is not in similar situation as that of CUDA. But yeah, AMD has making and AMD TinyBox is on hold until we can build and run the relevant firmware on our GPU. So it's still on hold as of now, but yeah, it will be going open source in some time because of this tweet. Like AMD has responded to the TinyCorp, this this Twitter user, this X users as such, and they said like they will be making it open source eventually. And yeah, it will be nice to see that some softwares are going open source, like because CUDA is not open source, it is a proprietary service by Nvidia, so you need to pay for it upfront and stuff like that. And CUDA is used in various AI applications. So looking at it, AMD's ROCm going open source, it will be a nice thing to see because it will eventually be challenging to Nvidia for its CUDA implementations and stuff like that. So let's see how things turns out to be. But it is a nice thing to see that ROCm with 6.0 is going open source eventually. Still don't know when it's going to go open source, but yeah, it's going, and I will keep you updated regarding it. Next up, Snapdragon X Elite beats AMD's and Intel's flagship mobile CPUs in Geekbench 6, and this comes out in New York as of now. Yeah, there were some people that were able to take this for a spin, and as you can see, the single core score is 24 for 27, and multi core score is 14 to 54, which is higher than Intel Core i9 3900H, Intel Core i7 13700HX also, and along with it Ryzen 9 8945HS. So yeah, clearly it seems that in synthetic benchmarks, at least in Geekbench, the Snapdragon X Elite CPUs are SoCs are essentially more faster than the competition. But let's say, because Geekbench is a synthetic benchmark and it doesn't boil down to the real world scenario as of now. But it's nice to see there's another competitor in the market, and let's see how things turns out to be, because clearly it's upwards of 2 to 5% faster in multi-core and stuff like that. Lastly, for today, ASUS X670 gets a new AGISA update, which enables the initial support for Zen 5 Granite Ridge. And as you can see, this is there for Granite Ridge, and it's a new firmware with 1.1.70. And this AGISA update confirms that AMD's Ryzen 9000 series is could be releasing relatively soon, maybe in May, maybe later down the year, but it's relatively soon. It's launching pretty soon, because other than that, there was no point of putting this AGISA update on X670E. So this just confirms it, that if you're excited for Ryzen 9000, it's coming pretty soon, and if you want, you can upgrade it. But yeah, that's it from me today. What do you think about the news? Sound of your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will meet you in the next one. Peace.